Good morning, everybody. For those that don't know me, my name is Greg Cumsey. I teach 8th grade science here in the middle school. Today, we are going to be looking at Progress Book on our professional development and looking more specifically looking at Progress Book as an assessment tool, creating assignments for our students to do through their Progress Book, and showing you how to create those assignments, how to grade your assignments, how to allow your students to retake assignments or redo one question in an assignment. So for if you guys could for me, if you guys could all log into your progress book for me, and we'll all get to the home page, our normal home page here in Progress Book, where we have our classes and our daily attendance and etc. But the one thing that I want to be looking at is this online learning dashboard here. So I would like everybody to click here for me. Now, as you guys can see that in my online dashboard that I already have created chapters and assessments for my students that I've used in previous years. Okay. But with that, now these are the ones that are created, and there are some assessments that I have imported. Now, when importing an assessment or creating an assessment or a course, you go up here to add course where you have new course and you have an import course. Now, this is what I want to look at first is this import course here where you click on it. Now you can type in your course name, but if you don't know a course name and you're just looking for new assessments or new activities or assignments, select what grade you teach. I'll teach 8th grade. I'll pick 8th grade, and then I'll go down here and you have your language arts, fine arts, foreign language, health, math, science. And I'll click on science and I'll go to search. And you'll have these different courses that will pop up here. All right. Now, the only downfall is that you are not able to view any assessments that are in the courses unless you import them into your dashboard, online dashboard. So if I go here, the science 180, 8th grade science subject, you import it, right? Just click the import button, then you go back to your dashboard. When I go back to my dashboard, I scroll down here by clicking it one too many times. I've imported it too many times. But if you import something you don't want, just go up here to this little wrench and hit delete course. Do you want to delete this course? Yes, I do. Go down here, go again, delete course. Do I want to delete the course? Yes, I do. Now I'll scroll down here. Now you can click on this. Now you have the different things that are involved in this course. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of assessments, a lot of topics here in this course. Now we'll just click on one here, the universe in our solar system, right? Now, when you're looking at an assignment like this, you have the question, the details. This is the name of the assignment. Okay, paging options. All right, what that means is do you want just one page for all your questions, or do you want one question per page or one question per science? I like to do one question per page just so it's not cluttered and the students have to scroll. They can just hit next, right? But if you click over here to these questions, you can see now you're able to see what this assessment is all about. Now, as you can see in this assessment is providing information, content that goes along for them to read, for your students to read and explore before they answer any questions, or it can help them while they're answering questions. Now, you are able to do stuff like this to import your content here to give your students. You can hyperlinks and import hyperlinks. You can, and if I scroll down here, you have pictures you're able to import, and you are able to import videos. You can hyperlink them, all sorts of things. And then you can see that here they have the questions, multiple choice questions, 1 point, etc. As you can see, all right. And a lot of courses have the assessments. Now you can see you have essay questions. That's one nice thing about this Progress Book online course, online dashboard, is that there are more than one type of question that you're able to create with your assessments, and we'll discuss that when we talk about creating assessments. Okay, now let's scroll back up here, or just go back to click content, and as you can see here, it will show you or provide you with what standards this assessment is covering. All right, you can search assessments in those imported courses by the standards that you want. Right, but if we go back to the content here, right, go back to your dashboard, you hear your imported course that you have. Okay, you have content, you have grading. Grading is where you would go to see what students have created or have finished their assignments, and you can look and see their grades for each individual student, right? And then here in the settings, here, this is where you're able to change the name if you want to. All right. Now, one thing that I want to discuss before you're able to assign any assessment to your classes, you need to make sure when you click on a course, you come up to your classes, and you will have all your classes that are in your progress book, and you need to make sure that you check all your classes so that the course will assign those assessments when you assign them to your students at that given time. So one thing that we need to make sure that we're doing. Now, let's say you want to, we'll go back here. Let's say you want to create your own course. All right. So you can just say, we'll do this as PD, and this is my PD course. You hit create. Now you can change the color, the top that you want. All right. You can put a little description here, however you want. Okay. Technology PD for Martin. Oops. A little misspell. Martin's Ferry. All right. Here's the content. This is where you're going to add your assessments, and here's your settings that we were just at. There, you make sure you hit update. See, as you can see, I didn't hit update it after I typed in Martins Ferry Technology PD, so it did not stay in there. So you hit update, and that will stay in there. Collaborators is any other teachers that you have. You can add teachers from other classes here so that they can access the assignments. So this would be good for high school math teachers, the math department, the science department, language arts department, history departments. They're able to share their assessments with the other teachers in the department. And then you have your classes, like I said before, any assessment or assignment that you have that you're going to want to assign to your class, you need to make sure you come up here and click it so that you're able to assign it to your students. All right. Now we go back to the content here. All right. As you can see, we don't have any content here, so we want to create an assignment. So you're going to go up here. You have assignment. You create a folder, quiz, discussion, common assessments. All right. A file, a recording, or you can import an assignment, a PDF, or anything that you would like to. You're able to do that. Now, two things that I usually like to use is the quiz or common assessment, especially last year when we had virtual students. Common assessment was more. I used more for homework assignments, homework questions, and of course your quizzes are for your quiz and test. Then you have discussion. You can create discussions, class discussion with your students. They're able to share ideas on the homework or help each other with the homework with creating discussion for all those assignments. Well, let's just go here, creating a common assessment, just like it's very PD. It's like creating a quiz or test. You go here and you click it. Now here again, you have your settings. Again, paging options. You just want one page. All your questions show up on one page per item. That's one page per question, one page per section. Okay, you'll have different sections in your assessment if you add them. And then, like I said, I like to do the one page per item so it doesn't. Now, as I said before, your standards. Now, this is an assignment you are creating, but you can find your standard, your academic standards that it goes with your course. Okay, that you're looking for, eighth grade science. Okay, effective library media programs. So you can find your different standards for whatever topic you are discussing in your class at the time. And then results, this is where it's going to show you what questions your students got right, the incorrect questions. The partial question means like that's going to be an essay question. Okay, that's a question that you would have to go in and personally grade yourself. Unfortunately, Progress Book's not going to be able to grade an assessment question for you. Okay, and we'll discuss that once we get more into that. Now you go to your questions. This is where you want to create questions. You're going to add a section, like I said, add different sections, questions, text, and resources. Here, this is where you can do that. Now, if we go to add a question, okay, and then you got styles. You got true and false, multiple choice, multiple answer, fill in the blank, matching, essay, and math problem. You know, true and false is your standard true and false question that you have. So this is where you would type in your question. Are you enjoying your PD this morning? Oops. Right? True and false. You hit correct answer. How many points? You can change how many points you want it to be. 2 points, 5 points, whatever it is. Now, if you go up here, plain text mode, this is where you can do your symbols if you're doing for math, bold, or time. If you go to more tools, here, this is where you're able to import pictures, images, URLs, videos that you might have created for your classes. You know, you can import a table, you know, your standard Word document tools that you have on Microsoft Word page is the same tools that you would have here when creating your questions that you have, right? And then once you just get done creating a question, you know, you just hit save. All right, you can see, go here and preview your question, preview the quiz, true and false. You know, the students would hit true, go on to the next question, next page. Okay. Now, like I talked about before, with your essay questions, essay question is the only type of question here where you would have to personally go in and grade the essay question yourself. Make sure your students hit all the requirements. All the other questions, like you have here, the true and false, the matching, the multiple choice, multiple answer, fill in the blank. Progress Book is able to grade that for you and to show the students what they have, which questions they have gotten correct and which questions they have gotten wrong. Right? Essay question, like I said, is the only one that you would have to go in there and look, grade it yourself. Right? So if we were to create an essay question here, and how is our PD? Here we go. Our professional development going this morning. All right. Again, you can add resources there. You can change the points. You hit save, and now this is created, and here's your response. So again, we go up here to preview quiz, next page, and this is where they have, and they can type in. And I believe there's no limit here of how long the response can be. I haven't asked any of my students a question to where it has cut them off or given a limit there. Okay, so we close. Now this is where now you have your grading that we talked about before. There are our classes. We make sure that all of our classes are checked, and then you have grading is where you would go to see with the results too. The results will show what questions, what common question that all the students get right, what common question all the students get wrong. Okay. The partial questions again will show you that the ones that you need to go. Now, once you have created your assignment, all right, PDF, I want to Martins Ferry PD, I want to add this assignment. You go up here And you can click individual classes that you want to assign this to, or you can just hit all classes like before. So if I click all classes here, it goes to our standard where we go to import our assignments. If we had the ones that we had to import by hand, we want to post to the web. Now, allow students to work on activity. It gives you the opportunity to cut them off at a certain time to where they are no longer allowed to work on the assignment. All right, so you can give them, we go from today till go from the 20th to say the 24th, done, and then at 24th on midnight it will cut it off. Allow students to view your answers, preview before post. All right, now you can click this to see if you want students to see the correct answers after they have submitted their assignments. They're able to go back and click on the assignment to see which questions they got wrong, which questions they got correct. Right, and then the questions that they've gotten incorrect, they would be able to go back and see the correct answers if you check this box. Now, of course, scramble the questions. That will change the order of the questions. And then this publish immediately. We want to make sure that we always have this. Click this when we do our assignments, because this allows the assignment to be published automatically as soon as you hit save. Okay, as soon as you hit save, it'll go there. All right, and if I hit save there, it will go here for my assignment there. And then, type homework. Here we go. Click save. All right, now if I go back to my online dashboard after you create that, there in PD, you go to your content. Now if I click on this here, publish, unpublish, shows how many students are there. Now if you hit unpublish, then the students are no longer able to see this. All right, so after that time that you can unpublish, now you need to make sure that you don't accidentally unpublish this and then publish it back, because even though you accidentally hit it, it will erase all of your students' submitted work. And then if you publish it again, it will look like they never completed the assignment to begin with. So you need to make sure that you're very careful when you're moving around on the published and unpublished part here of the assignment. All right, so this is the end of our professional development. If you guys have any questions, please come down to my room anytime throughout the year if you need help with anything, or if you just have a simple question, you can send me an email. Probably be the easiest to get a hold of me. I'll be happy to help you guys in any way that I possibly can. Thank you for your time. Good luck with the school year.